this video to our presentation of ZIXI Corp, which is a NASDAQ global market company trading our ticker ZIXI. Pretty interesting technical chart here. I want to point out a few different things. Take a quick run through the indicators. Looking to see if this is going to continue the basic pattern that it's putting together. Pretty consistent look to the candles. MACD going right along with it, coming down near the lower part of the channel. We always talk about wanting to hold zero. It's a very bullish indication if it does. We'll look for that rotation, break the signal line, and then continue the uptrend. Similar look with the PPO. ADX coming through. Looks like it's going to try and make a higher low. Perhaps put together some sort of channel like that. Positive and negative DIs are actually in pretty nice position for this to try and make a rotation and put some more strength to an upward trend. MFIs, 7 and 14. Dip below 50, but they look like they're starting to make their turn. Could be heading back up that direction. You can see for over the last month, it's been holding a pretty bullish position. Accumulation distribution held a baseline. Appears like it's going to try and put together some higher lows at this point. Of course, along with that could come some higher highs. Jake and money flow showing that buying pressure is in control. CCI, it's pretty ugly at this point. Pretty sharp fall it's had. I'll look for something along the lines of that trend line getting broken. So it could be a reversal, of course, for the CCI as well. But right now, certainly not getting a lot from the CCI or the full stow. You can see a lot of momentum's come out of this play. Potentially trying to reverse course. You can see it kind of flattened out a little bit yesterday. But again, not seeing much strength in the full stow. Tricks like the MACD and PPO, just very nice upward channel it has going. These are good long-term indicators for charts. So I'll look for rotation here in the near future. See if it's going to hold that trend line. If it does, it'll greatly increase the odds of continue the upward movement. RSI is kind of going along with everything else. This fall right through here from around 420 down to around 370. Quite a bit of momentum came out of the play after this sharp rise. But all three turning. Longer terms trying to hold the upper half of the indicator. Again, kind of some key points. This candles can be looked at a lot of different ways. Some people might consider it a big cup. This is a handle forming. Other people might consider this an inverted head and shoulders, with this being the left shoulder, this being the head, this being the right shoulder. That neckline coming right through that area, which would be the breakout point. And you can see it's come right back down pretty close to that neckline again. And it looks like it might be trying to turn back off of it. We reference this plenty of times in charts with trend lines. If a trend line's broken, a lot of times it'll come back, test that trend line again, and then continue the movement in the direction it was heading on the breakout. It's the same thing if it would have fallen through a support level. A lot of times it'll come back down, test the underneath side of that support level, and if it can't break through it, it's just going to continue the fall. So a similar kind of mentality here on an upward move in the breakout of the neckline. You can see also playing back into that's the 50 and 200-day moving averages, which the price per share is trying to hold. Again, all bullish indications. You can also see a trend line right through here, somewhere right around that area, adding further support to the moving averages. Now, without cluttering it up too much, I'll pull those back out of the way. I was trying to make a point of different ways to look at charts, but no matter how you look at these candles as a cup and handle or as an inverted head and shoulders of a breakout of the neckline, they're both pretty bullish patterns. So I'd like to see first and foremost holding the support levels of the moving averages. And then I'm going to have my eye on this $3.80 mark, try and hold as a support level. You can see it briefly dip below it. There's not a lot of other static support that comes into play through here. It's kind of sporadic. It really doesn't pick up for solid support until down here around $3.30, which is obviously not what I'm looking for. If it can't hold these support levels up into here and it wants to come back down, it just really takes away from the overall strength this chart's trying to put together right at this moment. So I'm going to look for $3.80 to try and hold, no worse than pulling in some dynamic support from this 50-day moving average. On the upside, I'm going to see that resistance right there around $4.05. Of course, have your eye on the top right there around $4.20, an old high, an old support level. Resistance is definitely going to pick up right around there. But closing at $3.86, that's not a bad upside, about 8%. And most importantly, if it breaks through it, it's continuing the upward trend and making higher highs. So I think the ZIXI chart's a really good chart to keep an eye on from a technical standpoint, see how it plays out. It's got some pretty bullish things going on with it. Some retracements have happened in the indicators, and they're aligned to try and push again and make a very early turn, which allows for a lot of momentum to come back into the play. So I think it's one that's worthy of throwing on the watch list here in the weeks to come, see how it performs. As always, it's merely my interpretation of the ZIXI chart. Thank you for watching and trade smart.